What the fuck? Oh my god.
Yo, was I
What the fuck?
recording? I just scared the hell out of me.
What the fuck?
What happened, man?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I wanted to get 8D, but we just couldn't get that many people.
Come back. Fuck my voice, shit.
What the fuck?
Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is RW Low Key. Got some more Grand Theft Auto 5 RallyCross for you guys today, as well as a little quick update on what's going on with the uploads, what's going on with the future uploads, and what's going to be going on with this here RallyCross. So first off, I want to highlight some comments. Got my man Robert Razzo. I said that's kind of weird. Robert Razzo. Robert. Why can't I say Robert? Roberto's. Tacos and burritos. No, left a comment talking about how many times I leave and come back and leave and come back. Yeah, guys, you know, I get busy, I get caught up, but you know, that's no excuse. I do want to start making more uploads. Now we're doing a lot better, guys. You know, it hasn't even been a week. Hasn't been a week yet, guys. We're on our 1 week upload flow, so that's a lot better than the 5-6 months of absence. Now, a lot of things that lead up to this is kind of stupid on my part. Just a little bit of that negativity getting into my mind is just sapping the upload strength out of me. And you know, just had some guys complaining about the RallyCross, and now I wasn't really listening to them. It's not like, oh, these haters are complaining, I'm gonna stop uploading RallyCross. No, it's just keeping the RallyCross in balance of what I'm already doing, keeping RallyCross in balance with the drifting, with the car meets and all that other stuff. And sometimes when I want to make my drifting videos compared to RallyCross, it is just so much easier, guys. I don't know if you guys edit, but I'm gonna just show you two pictures, right? On the left we have RallyCross, right? And on the right we have drifting. So now you guys can see why I might want to do the RallyCross a little bit more, and especially considering that I've been getting a lot more busy in real life. So you guys can expect a lot more RallyCross videos sometimes. Now I really do want to push and get some more drifting content for you guys, as well as we got that new drift car. Was not talking about the Tampa, we're talking about the Gauntlet race car. Never thought that Tampa was going to drift, but we already talked about that. I'm not going to go head and rant. Anyway, guys, you know, that's the problem. You know, I'm just trying to keep things in balance, still trying to figure things out. I mean, I know I've been doing this for a while, but man, I tell you, this is, it's weird. It's just, I'm still trying to figure things out, find the balance, find my flow, and we'll get into the swing of things. Because honestly, I've really never uploaded for like more than 3 months straight. So I guess you can call me a YouTuber, but I really don't have this set down yet. I know how to make videos. Yes, I can produce content, but as far as this whole, and everyone expects like these daily consistent uploads from YouTubers, not everybody can do that, guys. Especially if you're expecting content like the content that I drop. I mean, yeah, sure, I could switch it up and do daily, but it will not be anywhere near as good as if it was the way I'm doing it now. But like I said, I'm trying to do better. I'm getting back into the rhythm of things, you know. 1 week, that's an accomplishment right there, guys. We should be clapping it up, celebrating uploading once a week. Big deal for this channel, man. But anyway, enough with that. We're gonna get right onto this RallyCross action. We got a longer video for you guys today. We're in the Omnis versus the Tropos. We got a little bit of a mix here. Got some people and some allergies and stuff, but you know, we're not worried about that because the Omnis and the Tropos are just dominating the RallyCross scene right now. So we got this race gonna start, and let's sit back, relax, and enjoy the action. So we are finally lined up, ready to go. The grid is getting squared away. We're gonna hit our first heat lap. For those of you who are just now joining us in RallyCross, we're gonna do a heat lap, which is one entire lap around the track where we compete for positions to get the starting grid ready for the actual race. This race is gonna start at 3:45. Everyone can see that on their timers, and we're gonna launch. Here we go. The racers are off. We got a little bit of collision already coming off the start as people are sleeping on the start. Big collisions coming up in a big pile up. Everybody's going crazy coming through this first corner. Now you see on the left, someone did get pushed all the way off the first corner, all the way off into the side of the track, which is going to cause a red flag. We're starting the lap just for fairness and equalness and equal opportunity to win the race. We do red flags where if there's a big enough collision We will restart the lap just so everybody has a fair chance, like I said, to win and get at these big cash pots of up to $200,000 guy. These big cash pots, everyone's placing bets on themselves. We do buy-ins, so at the end of the race, people are coming away with, at the minimum, at the very minimum, like $50,000 guys. So yeah, this is some high stake racing here. So the sun is setting over the track and we're gonna get ready to start this race. At the bottom right, you can see 6:35 races are gonna launch. We're gonna get this heat lap on and underway. The races are all got a pretty good launch. Everybody's taking off pretty well. No one's sleeping on the track. Everybody's going into corner one successfully when we're coming down this hill. This elevation right here getting us almost up to full speed before we mash on the brakes into these turns. Now you can see on the left someone did take their joker. This is a heat lap, which did not require you to take your joker, but they decided to take that actually to benefit them and pass this huge wreck that we had on the corner number 2. We're going into the elevated hairpin, one of my favorite corners, best place to get your overtakes and get some time on people. As you can see, we're pulling a lot of speed on Mako right here, not enough to overtake yet. Coming into another downhill section, got a lot more carnage coming from this race, guys, and we're gonna make a couple overtakes as some people crash on the right side. Swinging into this right-hander, we got the pit over to the left for races that do damage their cars. You will see lots of people taking that pits, guys, because the damage and the carnage is very frequent on RallyCross here. Coming through this extremely tight section, gonna bump into Mako right into the back of him as he launches forward from that boost we gave him. Now, keeping it clean, and not only is it courteous, but it's a lot faster, guys, than to bump into your opponent, giving him speed boost, bumping into your opponent, causing you to have to wait as I crash into Mako, saying that, jinxing myself, and causing another pileup on the heat lap, guys. This is just such an eventful heat lap. Not even on the real race yet. We're just fighting for position as another spin out comes from us, guys. We are all clean racing here, guys. I mean, as clean as possible. Really fast cars on this track. It's really long, but it's so narrow, so tight. So you see someone's flipping over on the right side. I'm spinning out over here into these fences, and it's getting wild, guys. I'm barely keeping up with this action as Finesse pulls sparks off the hairpin. Infamous El Diablo. And we're finally getting to the end of our heat lap as Stab Electric has spun out on the last corner, and we're going to hold that 4th place position for the heat. Crazy, guys. Barely keeping up with that. Wow. So now what we're going to do is line up for the actual race and see how this turns out and who can claim that #1 spot here on Grand Theft Auto 5 RallyCross. So we are set for 5 laps, and every racer has to take 1 joker, which can be located on corner number 2. That is the left-hander, which is about maybe 2 to 3 seconds slower depending on how you take it. So take a look at the bottom right. We're going to start this race at 10 minutes even as the engine is revving high, and we're off with the launch. Nothing too crazy here as we're going to corner number 1. Running Rot inching his way forward on the inside for his overtake, and we have some nice even racing. Let's see who takes their joker first lap. No one's taking their joker first lap in the beginning of the pack. As you can see on the map, the entire rest of the pack has decided to take their jokers. So the leaders of the pack right now will not be leaders, as they like to take their jokers in the future. Almost nabbing first there, but gonna get pushed out, and we're doing a barrel roll. We are doing a full barrel roll, guys, with the recovery holding out 4th place. See if we can get back up to that pack. A little bit of a dirty move coming from Running Rob, to be expected from this man without a wing on here. Some of you guys were mentioning why I wasn't running a wing earlier, and you were most definitely right. I put the wing back in my car, and I will have a build for this car soon, because you do need that downforce. Coming to this tight section, we're trailing on Super Mafia, not ready for the overtake, not clean enough, but there we go. On the exit of that corner, we're going to pass him and hold 3rd. The pack is still close behind us. Like I said, we have not taken our joker yet, so it'll be pretty interesting to see how that unfolds when we do decide, as the entire end of the pack, the middle section, has already taken their joker, guys. So we got a pretty nice battle look like in the distance coming from Run It Raw and Vega battling out for 1st position. I'm going to hold 3rd, keep my composure, see if I don't get pushed all the way back to the pack and hold this gap as we're going through El Diablo. We've talked about this before. El Diablo has to be one of the most trickiest corners on the track. You come straight in from a heavy right-hander, heavy left-hander, correct myself, straight uphill through a tight section. Got to watch out for a sign, then immediately to a downhill, and then another sharp right. You see a lot of people power sliding down that, and it just gets crazy as there's so many ways to crash, so many opportunities to mess up through there. So Running Raw and Vega are going to take their battle through the joker as I decide not to and pull forward, going straight up the hill. And we have some collision coming from Vega. You're not able to see him, knocking him off the track, and we are not going to wait for him. We had a little bit of debate in game chat about this. Now, I claimed ignorance. I could not have seen him. There was no way for me to see him coming up that line, couldn't have done anything about that guy. So we're gonna hold first. Not too sure if that was justified. Let me know in the comment section, was that the right move? You can see as clear as I can see that I could not see where he was coming from at all. It's clean racing, guys. That's how we do it here on GTA RallyCross. So we got Run It Raw. You can hear his engine revving high as he's tailing us, sniffing our bumper, applying some pressure there, holding that inside line. We're gonna keep trying to stretch the gap as much as we can, as we still have not taken our Joker yet, guys. That Joker is just so dynamic, adds another level of the race. You got to be strategic as well as fast through there. Coming up El Diablo, can we hold our position without wrecking? Pushing pretty hard right now, and it looks like we are going to be able to hold that position through El Diablo. As Run It Raw is still trailing us. The gap has not changed at all. Nice little power slide pulling sparks off the guardrail, and the gap still has not changed at all. Maybe a car length or two, but Raw is still there as we go over corner one, pushing pretty hard to the outside right there. And judging by that camera control, you can see the camera control being one of the most important things in racing. You can just kind of tell which way the car is going to go. And if you just watch the way my camera is tilting as we go into this hairpin, watch the camera tilts towards the hairpin and we go guide through there. Quick tip there, you guys got to keep your right thumb active, keep it active on that camera so you can see exactly what's coming up, especially in RallyCross, where you need to know where all the bumps are. You need to know where all the little jumps and things that are going to get your tires off the ground. Got to be focused, got to stay concentrated on all aspects. Keep in mind when your Joker is coming up, like you see here, Raw did manage to pull a gap and overtake us when we took our Joker. So we're gonna have to be pushing and try and close this gap as we still have a couple more laps to go. And we're just going to concentrate, keep the composure. Coming up this sweeping left, we're going to cut the inside through the bushes here. Definitely a good move as we try and close this gap. Now guys, let me know if these notifications are distracting to you. I will turn my notifications off during the race, even though that might start some complications with the communication. But if you guys want me to turn those off, do let me know in the comment section below. And be sure to get on that next race. So it looks like the gap is getting slightly smaller as we're closing in on Run It Raw right now. Mirroring his movements and watching for his mistakes as we capitalize. My favorite thing about chasing is you can see the mistakes of the other driver and capitalize on his movements. So if you see him braking, you can brake later and you'll be able to judge what your car will do, especially considering that he does not have the spoiler. A lot of you guys like to debate and say the upgrades do not make an effect on the performance, guys. I can tell you that is so far from the truth, especially considering the difference between the, we're getting a little bit of air there, difference between the OTT spoiler compared to the stock spoiler. We'll talk about that in another video when I discuss my build for this car in the future. So we're coming across the pit and we are gonna go ahead and take a dip in there to fix our car and make sure everything is good and squared away, because the last laps are closing in. We're pushing hard through the tight section here, pulling some sparks off that edge, getting real close to the outside wall, guys. We are getting a little desperate here trying to close this gap. Don't want to lose to Raw right here on my favorite track. I cannot lose on my own tracks. It always pains me to lose on my own tracks, as all of these 5 tracks have been created by me. We do have some PS4 remakes in the making. I've been talking to a guy on Twitter. So for you guys on PlayStation 4, we will have some tracks available for you guys. I'm still negotiating with him, talking to him, and want to see what he has done to make sure everything's proper. We'll talk about PlayStation 4 in the future, guys. I do want to do a Q&A, so let me know in the comment section. Just ask any question you feel, and I will get to that in a Q&A in the future. I've always been talking about Q&As, but never get around to them. But starting to close the gap a little bit more, guys. This gap is just very weird. We are both making the same amount of mistakes, so nothing has really changed through this lap. Now this is the last and final lap, so here we go. We got to make a move here. We got to close this gap on Raw. We got to overtake him. Not lose on our own track again. This is the favorite. This is the fan favorite track. Everybody loves this track, and everybody loves to come here. We do a lot of testing on here. The lap times are very consistent. Vegas holds the record for this track of a 1:31. That's very fast, and that's held in the Omnis. Compared in the Sultan, the fastest lap would be a 35 or a low 36. So this Omnis very fast, way more faster than the Sultan's previous cars that we were using. So back to this gap. I think it's going to come down to El Diablo, guys. This gap has not changed at all. You'll see most of the mistakes and most of the overtakes, like I've said, come in the hairpins or El Diablo, the whole entire section, that snaking and winding section with these heavy right-handers, the heavy braking. Just everything has to be so precise for you to make it out of there without losing too much speed, without any errors. So we're going to come through this drag race straight, see if we can get any type of speed off of him before we go into there, because that's our only chance of victory, our only chance of taking this big pot racing. And we'll see how much Raw or I win on this one simple GT RallyCross race. So we're coming through El Diablo right now. Let's see if Raw can make a mistake, and he does. Spins out and loses some traction right there. We're going to close that gap. Pull about 3 car lengths here. We're pulling some more. We're bumper to bumper, and we're dive bombing him in the last corner. Can we fight back? We're going outside, and we got him on the outside, guys. We're defending him perfectly, and that's how you overtake, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you win a race at the last second. Never give up. Keep your composure, and that was some fantastic racing, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that, man. That was crazy. That was fun. That was a lot longer video than normal. I want to keep trying to do some longer videos, working on my commentary skills. Let me know how am I doing. I think I am improving. I like to think I'm getting a little bit better at keeping up with the action, keeping up with the pace, and trying not to run out of breath talking for 15 minutes. Jesus Christ, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have anything else to say, as I only get 50 grand. I mean, what are we gonna do? Only 50,000 pop. But if you enjoyed what you saw today, let me know in the comment section. If you enjoyed what you saw today, subscribe, like, everything, and
I'll see you in the next video, my peeps.